Hey guys, short video today. I just wanted to share a little idea I came up with. So after reading like thousands of your guys' comments, one of the number one questions that everyone asked me was, what do I eat on this diet? How do I eat on this diet? They just sort of wanted like a guideline of what they should be doing. So I came up with a pyramid that, let's just call it the skeleton pyramid. It's a 4-tier system that shows what you would be eating on, a day-to-day basis on the sugar diet. Okay, so at the top we have tier 1, which is fruit, juice, sugar, vegetables. What I'm currently eating, what I've been eating. This tier is for the fastest weight loss possible. Okay, so right below it we have tier 2, and this is tier 1 plus starch. So, rice, potatoes, pasta. This tier is for people who want something a little more satiating, and that's where the starch comes into play. This you can still lose weight on, but it won't be as fast as tier 1. And I've said my wife and I have lost a ton of weight eating in tier 2. So yeah, slower weight loss, but more satiation for some people. Okay, so below that we have tier 3, which we'll call this the maintenance zone. This really is where you want to be year round. If you're at your goal weight, this is where you're going to be spending the most time. So everything from tier 1 and tier 2, but also a little bit of fat and protein. So, maybe half an avocado at dinner, or, some chicken breast or tofu, or maybe like a small handful of nuts, things like that. This tier is like what the Okinawans eat, the blue zones, like all the healthy people in the world living on a, low fat, low protein, but not no fat, no protein, not as restrictive as tier 1 and tier 2. And then below that, we have tier 4, which this is your indulgence zone. Because we all know that life happens. Sometimes you go out to the bar with your friends on the weekend, maybe you have a few drinks, eat some nachos, maybe the family wants to go to Disneyland for a week and, you're eating churros and maybe you have a turkey leg or whatever. Life's not all about strict all the time, Sometimes people want to have some fun. So indulging is okay, but basically, the more time you spend in tier 4, you basically just have to reset, go back to the top of the pyramid, and spend more time in tier 1 and 2 to sort of delete, the indulgence that you've done. Basically, it's like this is the cheat meal zone. And it's fine, it's okay, because there is a reset button, which is the sugar diet. So yeah, in a nutshell, like depending on what your goals are, if you want the fastest weight loss, you start at the top of the pyramid, If you're not really concerned with how fast you're losing it, or maybe you just have, I don't know, maybe 10 pounds to lose, tier 2 maybe for you. And then you have tier 3, which is the healthy maintenance zone that most of us want to be at on a regular basis. So yeah, I thought this was like kind of a helpful sort of guide. I'm a visual person, so to see it like written out like that, I thought that might be helpful for some of you guys. So yeah, let me know if you guys find this helpful at all. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.